Hey everybody, what is going on? I haven't made a unattachment, reattachment maintenance video in a while, so I thought I'd make an updated one for you guys. Again, I get my hair systems from TopUniqueHair.com or TopUnique Hair. Use promo code Chris30 at checkout. I'll get you $30 off any hair system you buy from TopUnique. And their systems are only $189, so really when you factor in the $30 promo code, I mean, you're getting a hair system like this for about $159, which is a really good deal. You can't beat the value. I'm going over a month on this now and it's going strong. So yeah, I just thought I'd go ahead and show you, how I take it off, how I reapply the bond and how I reapply it on my head and all the good maintenance stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. And I'll leave the link in the comments and description below as long as to TopUnique's hair site. So definitely go check them out. So really what I do is I start with the edges. I just try to find an edge that's kind of loose where you probably can't see it here, but it's been about almost 2 weeks, so the bond's already loose anyway. And I just kind of just peel it up. And then you can also start from the front, go front to back too. So it's kind of loose there at the hairline. So I'm gonna do this. And it's real easy if you do it this way. I want to rip it, of course, but yeah. And then yeah, at this point, once you get the hairline's definitely the easiest way to do it from front to back. And then, yeah, I just do this. I roll. I don't pour yank on it. You do not want to do that. You just have to wet it a little bit. Okay. Just loosen it up a little bit. Take some time. It's coming though. It does hurt a little bit, which is good. That shows the bonds are working the way it's supposed to. Take it off. Loosen it up a little bit more. That was really stuck on there good. On the back. Okay. Oh, it's coming. See how I do that? I just have that back left. Just keep pushing down and rolling. You never want to pour yank. So there, voila, no rips, no tears. And the way I do my bond is I bond right around the edges, all around. And I'm going to show you that. Sorry. Yeah, and I'm going to show you how I do that. But as you can see, so all I'm going to do, I'm not going to make you sit through how I remove the bond. It's literally, I'll take it in the shower, get it wet, and just pull off the bond a little bit. Like it's already starting to pull off a little bit there. And it takes about 15 minutes or so. And then it's all around the border. The hairline part I do actually on my scalp, but it dries up on the actual hairline. But yeah, and then I just do around the border, and then when I get done taking it off and kind of shaving my head down, I'll come back and now you'll see how I actually apply the bond when I put a fresh new coat of bond on there. So that's what I'll do. But yeah, that's how I remove it. Super easy. Just find the loosest end. Usually from, the hairline works best, and just roll it back. And you don't want to pour, yank, or tear. So yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll be back in a little bit to show you how I actually apply the bond, reapply it on my head, style it, and I'll be good to go. Super easy stuff, guys. All right, guys, so now that I am actually out of the shower and I got my scalp shaved, remove the old bond, I'm going to show you how I actually apply the bond on the system, and then how I actually attach it on my head and style it afterwards. I'll be good to go. Again, it's not really rocket science, guys, so excuse me, I'm going to get started on this right now. So yeah, just watch as I go. And again, I use Ghost Bond Platinum. That's always been my go-to. I love it. I mean, it's really good stuff. Man, must be coming out with something. All right. And I go right up to the, first I do it like this. I just do one line. It was almost like you're in kindergarten playing with glue. Okay, you can see that. And then as you can see, I take my finger and literally just push it and smooth it out all the way to the edge. Now I get this to the bond all the way to the edge. Because I hate, if there's one thing I hate are like lifts. I want it to be 100% flush to my head, like it's right on my own scalp. So that's why I push the bond all the way. Even if I get a tiny bit on the very ends of the hair on the sides and back, I'd rather have that than not doing it enough and having a tiniest bit of lift. I'm super OCD when it comes to lifts on the sides, the backs, anywhere. I want to, run your fingers proof, meaning if someone runs their hands or fingers through it, it feels literally like nothing, like it's right on my scalp. So I take it right to the edge here. And the hairline I do last, of course. I do the hairline. I put the bond on my actual scalp on my hairline and then just lay the system down, which you'll see when I get to that step. So yes, again, real easy. Again, this is a TopUnique hair system. They have such good systems, guys. This is their thinnest skin poly unit. And again, $30 off. This is a $189 system, but when you use my promo code, it takes out $159. I mean, for a system of this quality that looks this good, excuse me, goodness gracious, that looks this good, feels this good style, it flows the way it does, and lasts, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. By far the best value out there, I think, on the market. And I'll leave that in the comments and description below, the link, the website, and all that good stuff, the promo code. Okay. So yeah, guys, this is super easy. That's all I do. And then I just push it to the very, very edge. I mean the edge, like not 99%, 100% coverage on the poly material that's going on the actual scalp. And I don't put bond all over the poly unit. That's unnecessary. You just need the borders and the edges. I mean, some people do the bond like all on it, and that's just too much cleanup work. That's fine. I'm not dissing them if they do that. But it's just, for me, I've never, as long as you get a good all around the whole border, sides, back, front, you don't need like all bond all in the middle. This is what works for me. And then, yeah, I just kind of do that. Still recording. Yeah, good. Okay, good. That wasn't for a minute. Okay, I was checking my camera. Okay, so let's take a look here. Probably put a little more just to get a little bit more bond right here. And the reason I didn't show how I took off the old bond, it's really self-explanatory. Just keep wetting it with hot water, the bond itself, and just peel it off. I mean, it'll be like 45 minutes of you just watching me do something that's super easy to figure out. So yeah, this is the important parts here. So yeah, that's how I do it. Again, I make sure there's no clear, like right there is a little tiny millimeter poly unit exposed right there. I take it up to the edge. I want 100% coverage right there on the edges. I do not play around. Okay. I usually give about 45. Now, one thing I will say is I've learned is I don't like to let the bond dry 100% completely clear on the unit. Some people say to do that, but what I find is you want it about 60% clear, but there's still some white on it, so it actually bonds to your head. Because if you do it when it's 100% cleared, I find it doesn't last and doesn't bond as well to your head as it does if you let it cure and bond on your head when it's still partially dried. So that's one thing. I don't let it dry 100% clear, and plus that'll take like 2 hours. So I'll show you where I get it before I apply it on my head. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then now the next step is going to be you guys watching me just put it on my actual head and then style it and be good for the day. And for the next week and a half, 2 weeks is how often I do this. So okay, so you can get a good look at how I do it. Just go around the borders and the edges. I don't do the whole coverage of bond. And yeah, and then I'll be back in a few. I'm going to let it dry some and you'll see how I actually attach it. All right, guys, so now it is attachment and styling time, my favorite part. But yeah, I'm going to try something a little, I usually let it dry a little bit more clear than that. Not 100% clear, but honestly, we're kind of in a rush. My kids want to go to lunch. We're all getting hungry here, and then I'm not going to wait 45 minutes, just to be completely honest. But I think this might work better because it's going to bond when it cures and dries. It'll actually cure and dry on my actual scalp, and it'll get a better hold. So I'm going to try that and try that logic out. Because think about when you glue something in real life, you wouldn't wait for the actual glue to completely dry on the one thing before you stick it on what you want to glue it to. You'd glue it immediately so it bonds to that, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to try it this way. I let it dry enough where it's not going to be like completely wet. It's settled a little bit, but it's still obviously white. But I'm going to be quiet and concentrate while I do this, and you guys can just watch how I do my attachment. Again, the hairline has no bond on it because I do that last, of course. So that's why there's no bond on the hairline part. Okay. 4-finger rule. I want the hairline a little bit lower, I think. I'm gonna look in the mirror too while I do this, so just bear with me, guys. Because I got a little hand mirror here too. I want the hairline to be there. Okay, I gotta get it perfectly centered. Yeah, it should be good right there. I'm just going to lay it down. It really is that easy. I just roll it back slowly, lay it down. Yeah, should be good. Yeah, should be perfect actually. Let me just roll it back. Make sure I don't have any crinkles. I hate crinkles. The back is kind of tricky because it wants to go in its own direction, so you're going to have to fix that sometimes. Make sure I got no crinkles here. You think it'd just be simple, just laying the potato. Yeah. Just lay it back. That's what I'm gonna do. Just stop overthinking and lay it back. Give me a second, guys. I need some. Can I do it here? Yeah, but that's gonna cover. Yeah, it's gotta come down a little bit more on the back. That's perfectly fine. Just gotta bring it over to this side a little bit when I lay it down. No problemo. You see, make sure it's not rolled up at all. It's not. Perfect. Yeah, I just need to bring it over to this side a little bit. Lay it down. See, the back can be a little tricky, but nothing I can't handle. And there we go. Wash my hands. Oh, I got a spray bottle. Give me a minute, guys. Where's my spray bottle? Oh, right here. Okay. Get this bond off. And now I'm gonna do the hairline. Give me a minute, we'll do the hairline. All right, guys, last but not least is now the hairline part. I'm gonna show you, and I pushed it down with my brush, just push down the edges on the flat part of the brush, all around the edges to really make it bond and stick. So yeah, here is the actual hairline, how I do that. I'm gonna look in the mirror while I do it, and I do apply that part on my scalp on the actual hairline. Okay, I'm hoping you guys can see. It looks like you can. A little too low there, it's okay. Good thing about this, it dries a lot faster on your scalp for some reason. It does on the poly material. I think it has to do with your body heat drying it faster. But yeah, I love that. It's gonna dry in no time on my actual scalp and on the hairline, so it won't take too long. Okay. Push this bond off my fingers. Let's try for a minute. Yes, you do want to let dry clear on the actual scalp part. Brush, yeah. Had to check something there. All right, so now I'm gonna lay it down. It's dried clear. Super easy, guys. Nothing to it. Just lay it down. Perfect. Flatten it with the brush. My water bottle to style it. Take the glasses off so I don't get water all over my glasses so I can actually see what I'm doing. Just use my towel to A, dry, and B, push the hair system back down more. Kill two birds with one stone. My glasses back on so I can see what I'm doing. And then just style it. No lifts, perfect lay. Perfect lay is what she said. Anyway, hairline laid perfectly. My usual side part, hard part type of deal to the side. A little bun there, not gonna worry about that for now, I'll get it later. Okay. Okay, now hairline will look more natural once it dries more. All right. Hard part wanna be. See, this is the tricky part. I can find my perfect, because I like the perfect line. I gotta see where it is. There, maybe? Yeah, that'll do for now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's how I style my hair. Just kind of this number right here. Give you from all angles. And I'll probably clean that up, but just so you can get the gist of it. And that is start to finish how I do it, guys.